Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Celebrity Talk Show and Variety Show. I'm your host, Josie Latimer, coming to you with another audio regarding the Amber Guyger guilty verdict case. Amber Guyger was found guilty, which we already knew. I did previous audios regarding this matter. I already knew that from all of the evidence that was brought forth, I knew that she would indeed be found guilty. If not, I knew it was going to be a lot of rioting, a lot of madness, sadness, so forth and so on. My thing is that Amber Guyger, no one really knows if indeed there was some type of relationship with Botham John, or if it was out of jealousy, or if it was out of racism, or if it was out of her knowing that he smoked that weed in the apartment, which I'm not sure about the weed smoking, because today when they were doing the 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 sentencing arguments, they pointed out that Amber Guyger actually had to tell them that she did smoke weed herself. Can you believe that, you guys? Amber Guyger was a weed smoker herself, and even though she said only 3 times, you know that that was a flat out lie, just like she lied about everything else. And also, they pulled up racist text messages saying that the dog should be racist and the dog would be racist. And remember, I pointed out, I said earlier on that when she was on the stand, she was like, it's not any hate or anything like that. She used that word hate as if it was a hate crime. No one didn't even ask her about did she like African American people or not. That was not even a question for her to just come out and say that. So I did bring that out on some of my audio tapes. Another thing, Amber Guyger, she knew what she was doing when she went to that apartment, because also they found on her social media pages that she was saying shoot to kill, and the reason I wear black, because if you mess with me, she cursed a lot. If you mess with me, I'll be wearing it to your funeral. And shoot to kill and this and that. Everything was about killing and racism. Everything. So actually, Amber Guyger was really a killer, and she was a weed head herself. And I often wondered, why didn't she have family members throughout the trial? They were only there yesterday, and it was her mother, I think stepfather, and some other people that was accommodating her mother. Unless those other family members believed that she was guilty. And when I Googled up her name, it showed that Amber Guyger was in she was on a call. It was last year, and she was looking for some identity. I guess somebody did some identity theft or something, but it was someone that she shot, and they were innocent. And so they said that someone took her weapon, because had they not, she would have killed that person. So I don't know who it was. I guess it was one of her partners or someone. Another thing, they pointed out that the guy that she was texting, that he had already actually, been in trouble before, and what they're going to go after is the fact that he deleted those text messages, and he had been on the police force for quite some time, and they said he knew better than to do that, because that was tampering with evidence of a murder trial. So it was a lot of things they brought out, because they're trying to give her a stiff sentence, which was why they did that. And so I'm not sure yet, as we speak now, if they indeed have sentenced her or not, or if they're going to do more deliberations on the sentencing on tomorrow, which would be Wednesday. So I knew she was guilty because she lied about everything. And she said she was trained to kill. She said she was shooting to kill. She said the door was open. And I'm wondering if the apartment people gave her the keys, or if indeed because she and him maybe probably had been smoking weed together, that he got up and opened the door and went back to sit down to eat his ice cream, and then she just pulled out a gun and shot him, or if she felt that he had some girlfriend. I mean, you just never know from her being the bad person that she was, because they even said she failed the polygraph test for the Dallas Police Department. She failed the test. Then she went back and they let her go on board, which means from jump she lied about everything. So that meant that Amber Guyger shouldn't have been a police officer from the very beginning. And then to mess with her partner on the police force, Amber Guyger, she didn't have any soft expressions even when they told her that she was guilty. She only whimpered a little bit, but she was tough as nails. And when she shoots to kill. She even said it on social media. She said she was trained to kill. She went in that door to kill when she had other options. But when I saw that today, with all of that hate stuff about the dog, racist dog, and something about a German Shepherd, and that he would be racist, and some other stuff about if anybody mess with her, she shoots to kill, and that's why she wear black, and just a lot of racist type stuff on her social media. And so if the jury hears that, they're going to give her a stiff sentence, and it's going to be more than 5 years. And I think 5 years or more, she has to go right on in and do her time, because I don't think there can be no appeal either. I don't think so. And the judge gave them the benefit of the doubt. They gave them all kind of options where she could have gotten manslaughter, she could have gotten this, that, and the other. But because of all the evidence with the red mat, her walking down a long hallway, seeing nothing but that red mat in front of his door, all the numbers on all the doors, and she's a police officer trained. You see? Also, there was a guy on the stand saying that he had to turn her in because when she didn't report a criminal that got away from her, she had them in handcuffs and they got away. She did not even report that. And so what kind of police officer are you if you're going to let somebody get away because the person that you was trying to arrest could go and hurt someone else, and they're running around in handcuffs and you didn't report that? So just like she didn't report that and she's had problems with the police department, Amber Guyger was guilty of that murder of Botham John. He was sitting in his house, either sitting in his house eating ice cream, or him and her had communications, and he opened the door and let her in. Because people did hear talking in the hallway, remember? No one really know 100% of what actually happened, other than one thing the jury knew in order to find her guilty of murder was that she was behind that door and she went into the fire. She didn't run away from the fire. So she went in looking for trouble. You know how they say if you go looking, you'll find trouble? Well, that's what she did. She went into a man's home and she killed him cold-blooded and didn't save his life because she didn't do CPR. So she wanted him to die. It is something that gave her a thrill. And who in the hell was she to think she was going to get off for killing that innocent man like that? And even her ex-lover partner, now they're going to investigate him because a lady, the attorneys was saying some lady called them that he killed her son and he didn't have a weapon in his hand. So they're trying to clean up this mess because all of these dirty cops, and some people look dirty. You know how when they do things, Amber Guyger, they have that look like they have done so much wrong. That stuff comes out on your skin. It comes out through your eyes. It comes out through your demeanor. All of the dirt that people do, It's just like if a person does not bathe, you can tell they're wrapped up in their own iniquity, and that is nothing but pure evil. When you actually kill somebody that was innocent and you can lay down at night and think you can sleep, that stuff will come back and bite you in the butt. And that's what they're opening up, all these cans of worms, and they're going to clean up this mess. And the Dallas Police Department, these people that are doing this stuff have really made them look bad for a long, long, long time. And so now it's causing more, it's going to cause more light on them. People are looking, the light is shining on them now. Everybody's watching and trying to see if the Dallas Police Department, if they're going to do some more training, or if they're going to go down a line and scrutinize all these police officers that have killed all these people for no reason. And the reason people kept doing that stuff was because of the fact that they were getting by with it. So they thought nobody would do anything. So justice was served, and now the family is waiting to see how many years she would get. Because the years that they give her cannot compare to the years that his mother would have possibly had with him for the rest of his life. Because he's gone and he can't live. Even though if they give Amber Guyger life in prison, she can still be living up to an old age, but he can't, and he was taken at a young age. So you see what I'm saying? And in court, it just didn't seem like it registered to her. I mean, she whimpered a little bit, but it wasn't like how a person that was not guilty would act. That's what I should say. A person that's not guilty would have been boo-hooing their butts off. I know I would have been. If I knew that in my heart that I did not do that on purpose, I couldn't have just sit up there with my shoulders up and head up like that. I just couldn't have done it. I would have been breaking down, crying, saying I didn't do it. I would have been just, oh my God. So she showed guilt all the way around from the very beginning to the very end. Well, we all know, and everyone knows, that she killed him, but it showed and they proved that she killed him on purpose. Now, what reason? We still will never know. But we know she had a chance to save his life by walking away when the door was cracked. Either that door was cracked, someone gave her the key, or him and her were collaborating, maybe to smoke marijuana or something, and he opened the door and let her in. And when he probably could have opened the door to let her in, and then when she went in, he went back towards to sit down, and then when he saw her coming at him with the gun pulled out, he said, hey, hey. It could have been that way. It could have been in many ways. But I don't care which way it was. The prosecutors, they did their job. They crossed every T and they dotted every I. And the jury heard it. And they could look at Amber Guyger and they could feel her vibes and energy. They could see she did not have any support of other family members throughout the trial. All of that weighs on a jury. They see this stuff. They know. The judge knows. The attorneys know. The state prosecutors know. Everybody know when someone's guilty or not, that have been doing cases for a long, long time. She may as well have just came out and said, I'm guilty. Because it's going to be the same sentence. Or she probably could have got a plea bargain. If she would have just went on and admitted that she did it, then possibly it would have been better for her. But because she had gotten by with shooting this other person and doing all this stuff in the police department, and they didn't let her go. And matter of fact, when she failed the polygraph test, you guys, guess what? They said that she went back and got the job. So what does that say about the personnel, whoever hired this nut? She went back and got the job after flunking the polygraph test and trying to be a police officer. She was not cut out to be a police officer. She was dangerous. And no telling how many other people she hurt out there that's not even listed. But when those state attorneys pulled up all of the stuff on her text, all the text messages and all the racist rants and all the stuff that was on Pinterest and on all of these social media sites, and that tells you that Amber Guyger was not working with a full deck to put all of that racist stuff out there being a police officer. Anytime you are a public servant and you're out there like that, matter of fact, you shouldn't have no social media, really. Because when you do people wrong and they see where you live, they see all this stuff on you, that's not good to put your stuff out like that on social media when you're a police officer anyway. Less alone saying races and all of this racist stuff. I wear black because if you F with me, I'm going to be coming to your funeral. I'll be wearing it to your funeral. And something you shoot to kill and all of this. It was all about killing and guns and murder and, races. And it was just the most horrible, horrible stuff that I ever seen in my life. So you guys, I'm going to end this audio, but I was right about her. And again, I feel very, very happy that the Botham John family did get some justice for them, even though, like the mother said, she couldn't sleep, she can't eat. She still probably can't, but at least justice has been served. And I feel sorry for Amber Guyger's mom. I do. And her family. And you know why? Because Amber Guyger probably wasn't even raised to kill nobody. Her mother may not even be prejudiced. May or may not be. But the fact still remains that no mother wants to know that they have a daughter that's a murderer with a rap like that on them. And she has to live with that just like Botham John mother has to live with the fact that she don't have her son. Because even though, Botham John is dead, Amber Guyger may as well be dead because she'll be locked behind cells with the worst of people. And when she's in there and people find out that she killed somebody innocent, they're not going to like that. They're not going to like that. And knowing that she was a police officer too, and you know how people feel when you're a police officer, whether you do wrong or bad, you got a lot of crazy people that don't respect the law. And you had her that didn't respect her job as being a law. So you just got all kind of crazy people out here. And everybody have to watch themselves, not just the police officers. And we can't live without them because we need them. We just need the right ones. We don't need the ones that's going around killing off society. Because then it won't be no more people left if they keep shooting people down like dogs that are innocent. You see what I'm saying? So we'll see what goes on from here. But I already knew that they were going to find her guilty if you look at some of my other audios. Again, I apologize for just doing audios, but my audios free me up from having to get dressed, put on makeup, and also I can bring more commentary to you. But I will be coming back with some more face-on audios, when I get the chance. Please click like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be coming back with more commentary regarding this case and many more cases to come. Thank you for tuning in. Don't forget, click like, share, and subscribe. Bye.